So guys, 'twas the night before Christmas and all in the house. Not a creature was stirring, except for me, who's making a YouTube video for you. My first top 10. And today's top 10 is going to be my top 10 favorite Pokemon. Now keep in mind, this list is completely opinionated. It is only based on my opinion. If your Pokemon happens to be on this list and you agree with me, good. If you happen to disagree with one of my favorites, that's okay, we disagree. But this is my top 10 favorite Pokemon. Let's get in it. Number 10. So, Tyranitar makes number 10 for one reason. He looks so cool. I mean, yeah, he's kind of a Godzilla knockoff, but that doesn't change the fact that this guy is a major tank with his untouchable power, unless you're a fighting type, that is. And with that nifty Mega Evolution of his, he's pretty much just a tank of pure awesomeness. Number 9. Klefki. With the fairy typing being introduced in Gen 6, we saw a new type of battler hit the field, from a bouquet of flowers to a fox covered in bows. But none are quite as amazing as Boo Boo Keys. Klefki. Even though it looks so unthreatening, and its Pokedex entry even says that it just rattles its keys to scare off attackers, in competitive battle this guy can seriously fuck you up. With Spikes, Thunder Wave, Draining Kiss, and Metal Sound coupled with Prankster, goodbye Dragon types. Also, Jingle Jangle motherfuckers. Number 8. Milotic. Being a kid who started in Gen 3, Milotic was that Pokemon that I always wanted. Sadly, I didn't get one till Gen 5 in a fishing spot though. But that never stopped me from always ogling over Milotic. Mainly because it was so pretty, but also because I never had one and I always wanted it. Number 7. So, Gen 5 has shitty Pokemon, huh? Tell that to Golurk then. Golurk is by far my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon. He looks like the Iron Giant, and he was built by ancient people as a protector. That big band-aid thing of rock on his chest, yeah, it keeps his raw power from leaking out. These massive golems go insane if the seals are broken in Rampage. That power was only controllable by the ancients too. So, get one good look at Golurk, all its power once more, and tell me that Gen 5 has shitty Pokemon. Number 6. Skarmory. The Pokemon that always gets its generation mixed up. Most people believe Skarmory debuted in Generation 3. However, this is not the case. Skarmory actually debuted in Generation 2, but since it was so rare and obtained so late in the game, many people simply didn't know about it. Skarmory is also pretty badass though. I mean, it makes its nest in bushes of thorns. That's how it gets that Steelhard Corpus. Interesting how Pokemon that don't evolve usually adapt to their environments in different ways. Makes you think though, what would a Skarmory that was raised in a forest look like? Number 5. Sneasel. Sneasel's on this list for multiple reasons. 1, it's completely adorable, and 2, it's a nasty little bastard. Yeah, it evolves into Weavile and gets a massive speed boost, but honestly, Sneasel always stood out more to me. It's held its own for 2 generations, and for me and many others, it's held a place in our hearts ever since Gen 2. I mean, this little guy steals eggs out of nests of other Pokemon. I mean, it eats babies. What kind of sick ass does that? Number 4. Porygon Z. Porygon Z is a corrupted version of Porygon 2. Honestly, I feel kinda bad for the little guy. He was abandoned because he started acting on his own. It makes you think. Maybe the scientist that evolved him was just trying to give it emotion, and the reason it's so glitchy is because it was trashed and abandoned after getting that dubious disc. Seriously though, Porygon Z was originally designed to travel to other dimensions, and then it got emotions and they stopped its program. Kinda screwed up, isn't it? Number 3. Sableye. This creepy little guy has always been a favorite of mine. I actually planned on having one in my team on Omega Ruby. Then I remembered that Mawile was a Ruby exclusive. I was a little upset. Nothing against Mawile though. It would easily be number 11 on this list. Sableye ranks so high because he's so creepy, and I enjoy creepy. I mean, he just looks like something out of your nightmares. It doesn't help though when people used to think that his eyes would steal your soul if you stared in them for too long. Me? I think the little guy is just misunderstood. That's all. Number 2. Magmar. Magmar, or Titduck, whichever, is so fantastic. His face just says, fuck it, I'm done. And anyone who grew up in the 90s remembers the epic battle between Ash's Charizard and Blaine's Magmar. I mean, how could you forget it? Magby and Magmar are both fan-fucking-tastic. Magmortar, though... even though one is on my competitive team, his design is lacking. That's all I'm gonna say on that. And number 1, Smeargle. Finally, number 1 is Smeargle. Smeargle has always been a favorite of mine for so many reasons. It basically represents, well, self-representation. Its only attack by level up is Sketch. Sketch gives it the ability to learn any attack. It's like Smeargle understands every Pokemon. They're hella smart too. Smeargle have their own painted language, and even though the only 2 colors seen in-game are green and red, blue, brown, yellow, and orange have been said to have been found. Smeargle is like the perfect Pokemon to me. Being so enveloped in art, I definitely have one if Pokemon were real. Alright guys, thanks for staying tuned to my channel. Thanks for sticking in with the video. If you like what you saw, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Tell me why in the comments below. I hope everyone out there has a very Merry Christmas and you spend it with your family and your friends and you get whatever was on your list and Santa brings you everything you want in the world. Yeah. Happy holidays, guys. I'll see you next time. Later.